Hello, and a very warm welcome to Kognito Key. I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here with us today. In this explainer, we're bringing you a highly colorful, engaging breakdown of a truly fundamental concept in cryptography, the Feistel block cipher. If you've ever wondered how things like the data encryption standard actually work under the hood, well, you are in exactly the right place. So let's just dive right into it, shall we? How do symmetric block ciphers actually scramble our most sensitive digital secrets? We literally rely on these algorithms every single day to protect our data. But mechanically speaking, how does plain, readable text turn into complete gibberish? We're going to skip the long, drawn-out agendas today and jump straight into the action to uncover exactly how this machinery works. Starting with Shannon's core theories, confusion and diffusion. To really understand the Feistel cipher, we kind of have to travel back a bit to the foundational bedrock of it all. Horst Feistel actually based his brilliant cipher on the structure proposed by Claude Shannon all the way back in 1945. Shannon introduced two massive concepts, and the first one is confusion. Confusion fabricates this highly complex relationship between the ciphertext and the encryption key itself, and it does this through substitution. Think of it like a magic trick with a deck of cards, right? You draw a card, and the magician entirely replaces it with a completely different one just to hide the secret key. Now, the second concept is diffusion. What's really fascinating here is how diffusion focuses on the relationship between the plaintext and the ciphertext. It uses complex permutation. To stick with our card metaphor, permutation is like taking that exact same deck of cards and intensely, rigorously shuffling it. You aren't replacing any of the cards, but you are completely scrambling the original order of the plaintext. When you look at substitution and permutation side by side, the difference becomes crystal clear. With substitution, you are replacing elements entirely. But with permutation, you're simply changing the order of the existing elements. The absolute genius of the Feistel cipher structure is that it takes these two mechanical actions from Shannon's theories and just alternates them over and over again to achieve maximum security.
Moving right along to the anatomy of a cipher, the encryption rounds. Let's step inside the machine and do a step-by-step teardown.
This is where the real magic happens. Let's walk briskly through the flow of data inside a single round. Step 1. Your plain text block is divided right down the middle into two equal halves, a left half and a right half. Step 2. We apply the encryption function, or round function, specifically to the right half, using our key. Step 3. We take the result of that encryption and apply an XOR operation with the left half. And finally, step 4, we swap the two halves. The old right half becomes the new left half, and that XOR result becomes the new right half for the very next round. It is an incredibly elegant flow. You just split, encrypt, XOR, and swap. But here's the thing, doing that just one time, not enough to secure our data. The crucial point is that this exact same round function is repeated, typically, 16 times. By running the data through 16 alternating rounds of substitution and permutation, the resulting ciphertext becomes completely, utterly unrecognizable from the original plaintext. Next up, key design features evolving the cipher. Now that we know how it works mechanically, let's look at the parameters that determine a cipher's speed and security. Looking at the evolution from older to modern standards, we see a very clear shift. Older ciphers typically used a 64-bit block size and a 64-bit key size. However, modern block ciphers, like AES, have evolved to use 128-bit block sizes and 128-bit keys. These larger sizes dramatically enhance security, making the data much tougher to crack, though they can sometimes slightly impact the processing speed of the encryption. So, if you're designing a cipher today, what are the specific structural choices that make it exponentially harder for cryptanalysts to break? Well, you want to increase the block size, increase the key size, add a higher number of encryption rounds, utilize a highly complex subkey generation function, and integrate a complex round function. Beefing up literally any of these elements gives your cipher a massive boost in strength. And now for my favorite part, the magic trick, reversing the cipher. We've successfully scrambled the data, but how do we get it back? This brings us to the number one rule of Feistel decryption, and honestly, it is a fascinating one. The rule is there is absolutely no separate decryption algorithm. None. It is the exact same algorithm used for encryption. Let's break down how that reverse sequence is even possible. Step 1, you just input your scrambled ciphertext block. Step 2, you run the exact same machinery, the identical encryption algorithm. But here is the big secret. In step 3, You simply reverse the sequence of the subkeys. If you used key 1 through key 16 to encrypt, you just apply key 16 down to key 1 to decrypt. And step 4, those reversed keys unlock the data, and you obtain your original plaintext. I mean, it is just a stunning piece of computer science logic.
Let's wrap this up with our key takeaways, a quick summary of Feistel mechanics.
For all the IT and cryptography students watching, here are the most critical concepts to remember for your exams. The Feistel block cipher is firmly based on Shannon's 1945 structure of confusion and diffusion. It operates independently on fixed-sized blocks, continuously alternating between substitution and permutation. The most brilliant feature is that encryption and decryption use the identical algorithm. To decrypt, you simply apply the subkeys in reverse order. I really hope this visual breakdown made the mechanics of block ciphers crystal clear for you. If you found this explainer helpful, please hit that subscribe button, like it, and share it with your friends and classmates to support the Kognito Key channel. It really helps us bring more of these colorful explainers right to you. But before you go, I want to leave you with one final thought. The Feistel cipher has been an absolute fortress for our digital data for decades now. But as quantum computing aggressively evolves and processing power skyrockets, will this classic structure continue to hold our secrets tomorrow? Think about it. Thank you so much for watching Kognito Key, and keep learning.